welcome back to my channel. And today we're kind of going to be talking about a few different things. Not all of them are going to be the same. So just kind of like, having a conversation with you guys basically. I was reading my Bible actually yesterday, and there are a few things that the Lord was kind of like speaking to me about, and maybe the Lord might be speaking to you about this as well. But one of the things that he was talking to me about was actually, trusting him. There's so many different things in the Bible, or different passages in the Bible that talk about trusting the Lord. Like Esther, when Esther had to trust the Lord, that the king would, I don't know exactly, but that the king would let her like help her people. Or even with, Ruth and meeting Boaz and stuff, that she went to a whole new area, region that she didn't even know about. And she just decided to follow her mother-in-law because she really had no family in her culture anymore. Like she had a dead husband and she was childless. So she needed to go somewhere, and she decided to follow her mother-in-law into a new path and a new plan that the Lord had for her. And she ended up meeting her husband there. Going with so many things that's been happening, maybe in your life or maybe in my life and stuff, a lot of times we try to question on what the Lord has for us and what he's going to do in the midst of it. And that's something that I've been like struggling with for the past few weeks, is because of that. And I'm like, okay, some days are great, some weeks are amazing, but this week especially has been super hard for me. And I'm like, why am I still stuck in the same season when I've been, praising and worshiping the Lord and just continue to, put him first in everything, and got rid of so many things that probably was keeping me away from him. No one knows. No one knows why things happen. And there's something happened at our church that, at least at my church, that was really devastating. It was really sad. And they're still questioning why, and like why things happen the way they do. And the crazy thing is that when we look at it from our point of view, we only look at the sorrow, we look at all the doubt, and we look at all this like sadness that comes with it. But if we look at it in God's lens, he's like, hold on, like I'm putting you in this season because there's something amazing and great that's about to happen just in a few months from now, just in a few days from now, or a few weeks from now, like, or a few years from now. Like, just wait and just see what I'm about to do. And yeah, like, obviously human eyes are not the best. We question everything. We look at things in a perspective of like just wrongness, and we look at it in a perspective of like, kind of questioning the Lord, when we really should be looking at it in the Lord's lens and being like, you know what, maybe God does have something coming for me. Maybe that's the type of mindset you kind of need to do, is to be like, the Lord has something for me, and I need to literally look into the eyes and be like, hey, whatever you have for me, I'm trusting you in this season, and I'm going to continue to trust you in this season. Whether I start doubting, questioning, or whatever, I'm going to immediately try to exit that out of my life, and I'll continue to follow you and what you're doing. Number 2, do not try to have people like make you question your life. Don't let people's bitterness change who you are as a person. Because a lot of people who say that they read the Bible, but their life is not representing the way that they should be, it's hard for those who try to actually be nice, and those who try to, do the Lord's work. People will try to push you into something that's not true. It's not for you. The Lord is the only person that can actually make things happen. We can tell you, hey, this is what you need to be doing, and this is exactly how I want you to do it. Okay? There's so many times in the Bible where people, doubted, but they always looked to God, because in the Bible back then, God was talking to them verbally, like legit, like audibly, like you could hear him. Like there were clouds and you could listen to him. Like you go to a mountain and like you could talk to him through a burning bush. Like it's crazy the ways that God could speak to people back then. Why? Because they didn't have the resources we had. Like Jesus came down on earth to speak about the Bible, to talk about the Pharisees and what they were doing, and the teachings that they were doing were completely incorrect, and that he had to come down and change the whole thing and be like, no. He didn't really change it. He just showed them what was actually true and how to interpret it in a way that was actually what God wanted them to do. But nowadays we have so many people, so many resources. There are some people who still can talk to God audibly, like legit, but God speaks to people so many different ways now that our resources are kind of a little different. Like, you're not going to be hearing God audibly very loudly in the clouds a lot of times, not anymore. But he still listens to us after we pray. He still listens to us after we talk to him. He will still answer those same prayers, whether it's going to be yes, no, or wait. But just remember that, like, not everyone's plan is the same, and it's going to be hard for you to probably be like, man, I wish I could step in and say something for that person or this and this. But you have to remember, like, you're going to make it even worse for that person to listen to God and try to listen to you. Because that person really is only going to truly listen to you than God. Because they think, okay, well, this person right here in front of me is saying something, and I don't know, I don't really hear God. No, you got to trust with your heart. You truly have to trust with your heart. And God is never wrong. Like, he truly isn't. Like, he knows everything. He just knows our entire lives. He knows our entire plan. So trusting him in everything that's going to happen is really the most important thing that you could do. Sometimes I have a hard time with that, but the one thing I do to prevent from me doubting is generally just praying. Literally letting God know, like, how I'm feeling, and I'm like, hey, I'm really stuck in this position and I don't know what to do, and I just feel like nothing is happening, and it's been really hard. Like, yes, he's gonna give me the same answer every time, but that's all I can do. But the one thing I can do to help myself get there is by saying, like, hey, Lord, what do you want me to do to get to that position, to get to the place that I need to be, that you want me to be. So I mean, that's really it for today, to be honest. It was just kind of like me having a conversation with you, letting you know about things that maybe you probably didn't know and where you could do a little better. I was going to read on the Bible and, like, you know, talk about the scriptures today, but I feel like some days I'm like, you know what, some people need to hear some advice, and I have some pretty good ones, and maybe some things that I did that, like, probably weren't the best and I wish I could change, and now I'm changing them. So, you know, it happens, things happen, but don't let anyone doubt you. Don't let anyone's bitterness change you, and make sure to always just listen to the Lord, because he just knows everything. As in, like, reading your Bible, not let me listen with my ears on other people. I mean, listen, like, read the Bible, pray to the Lord yourself.